Thank you.
Prof?
Yes, we were saying about how, yes, please.
Continue, we can hear you. Prof, kindly continue, we can hear you clearly.
Okay, very well. I was just saying that with this meeting, this challenge by the students, we were under realizing that when you are doing a program like medicine, you are doing a program like dentistry, you are doing a program like veterinary medicine or engineering, where sometimes you are expected to attend your classes for 8 hours or so a day, close to 40 hours a week. It is not possible for one to be able to support themselves with the data. So as a university, we engage a service provider so that those students who have challenges, and even those others who may not have challenges but they need our support, we provide for them data bundles on a monthly basis. And that we did to ensure that anyone should be able to attend the classes. We realize also that it is possible that you could be in a place where there is no access to internet. We encourage the students to be able to be ready to move from that spot to a point where they can be able to access internet for the day. You remember, even when we went to school, we had to travel some distance to go where the school is. It's not always that you have to sit only at the comfort of your bedroom or in your sitting room to be able to study. But then in addition now, we record students, especially from medicine and veterinary medicine and engineering, back to campus. Because in the campus, we have Wi-Fi facilities, we have computer facilities, so you can be able to do your learning online where it has to be done, so where it is not the practicals, using our internet, which is available in the university. So we have ensured that we have supported students in a big way to be able to attend their classes and be able to complete in time. And I mentioned earlier that because of the measures that the Senate put into place, we were able to graduate our students in August and graduate our students in December as we had scheduled in our calendar.
All right. And Prof, how has, I mean, the students who are doing a lot of research, and I'm so sure, COVID-19 affected their schoolwork. So how was research being done, especially for students who are supposed to be graduating?
I didn't get that one.
I'm talking about research work for students who are affected due to, whose schoolwork was affected due to COVID-19. So my question is, how was that done to ensure, how did the university ensure that research that was being done by final year students or students who are approaching the final year, that they do their research work without being, without having further obstacles as they work towards finishing education?
Very well, very well. We said that postgraduate students should continue with their work because, when you are doing your research projects, you are doing it alone, not in a group. Where we had challenges of social distancing is where students have to attend in a class, in a space, and that we decided to approach it online. But where you are going to do it one-to-one to gather data, to do experiments in the lab, we allowed that to continue. So those doing masters and doing PhD programs were able to continue with their work. Even more important, because of the platform that we established to do online, the students now are able to engage their supervisors much better than how it was now when they're talking about the new normal. Because before, the lecturer had to give you an appointment to travel from wherever you are to come and see them in their offices. Now, it is possible, using the various platforms that we have in the university, to be able to engage face-to-face with your lecturer from your room.
All right.
You just have to send your manuscript, the lecturer looks at the manuscript, then you have time to engage them after making an appointment online, and they're also engaging online.
All right.
In fact, the postgraduate students are the ones who have taken the most advantage of this disruption. In fact, they have translated the challenge to an opportunity. We have had students, many who are international students, who had to travel back to their countries because of this problem, and perhaps they were remaining to write and consult with their supervisors. They continue to do this, and even when it came to defense of the thesis or the projects, they were able, as a Senate, we developed guidelines, they were able to defend online, and they were also able to graduate online.
All right.
Something we could not have thought of in the absence of COVID.
All right.
And I think some of these lessons we have learned from COVID, the university will continue to use them. In fact, the university will become more effective and more efficient in administering teaching and learning, particularly in the area of postgraduate training.
All right. So, Prof, for New Center, I'd like to say asante sana, but I know you're still with us because my colleague Nicholas Wambua will continue having this discussion with Professor Stephen Kiama, the Vice-Chancellor of the University of Nairobi, just talking to us about the new normal during this time of COVID-19 as university institutions of higher learning are fully reopening their doors for learners. And now, my name is Brenda Zadara. Did I pave way for Nicholas Wambu's up next with Law Machine, and including that live coverage of what is happening at the Supreme Court, the handing over of instruments of power, which actually they've already handed to the DCJ, Philomena Mwilu, who's now the acting CJ until the country gets another Chief Justice. But just remind you also, Professor Stephen Kiama, Vice-Chancellor of the University of Nairobi, will continue having that discussion with Nicholas Wambua, who's up next with Lau Mashinani, on how COVID-19 has affected schools and how universities are adapting to the new normal. So for the entire team that has made KTN News Center a success, I'd like to say asante sana, enjoy the rest of your viewing, and keep safe.